Today serves as a better be safe than sorry message, or warning maybe, however you want to describe it. But I would say that I do care enough about people that I want them to see the full picture and hit full facts before determining what you think is best for you. All right, so we're going to address a couple products that's out there that people are actually mixing together, including myself. If you watch my video, I did experiment, or I am in the process of doing a challenge with the Do Grow and Sulfur8 mix, and it definitely does work. I have not seen any side effects at all. A lot of people are mixing those two with the virgin fertilizer or with the wild growth oil, which I have a video on that as well, that I mixed the Do Grow and Sulfur8 with wild growth oil to change the texture of the Do Grow and Sulfur8 to make it easy to apply to your scalp. A lot of people are also mixing these products with Jamaican black castor oil, VaporRub, the list just goes on and on. I would like to say, for the record, just in case anyone doesn't know, or if anyone's acting before thinking, please understand that VaporRub and Sulfur8 are medicated items, which means that they are not meant for a long-term apply. However, between the two, I would say definitely there's ingredients in here to be watchful for that actually may cause the opposite of what it's actually been doing for so many people, which is hair loss or balding. And that one ingredient is camphor, however you would say that. It's CAMPHOR. Now, something in common is they both include menthol, which please understand that too little of something is damaging and too much of something is just as, or if not a greater damage to you, your health, your scalp, etc. So if both of these include menthol, and also one thing I would like to add, that the Do Grow, they do have sulfur in this as well. So again, you want to be careful about how you apply it, how often you apply. I would say the safest thing, because even with me, I got a little carried away. I was doing it every other day and my hair just grew out the root like in a week. And that video is one of my videos, so you can go check that out. And I was amazed. But again, we have to remember that these are medicated items and they're not meant for long term. Now the Do Grow is. So I'm assuming that because the sulfur is lower down in the ingredients list, that this is like just a milder form of this. And they also have an alternative for this, the Sulfur8 light medicated. That may be something of interest to you, which I plan on purchasing next. I plan on getting the light version of this mixed with the Do Grow. And I think I'm going to try the mega thick one this time. I had the mega long one with the first mix, and I think I'm going to try the mega thick. Now, products such as wild growth, I do not see any cause of alarm in here in particular, besides the fact that on this bottle, I don't know if this one is my newer or older one, because I have two. It did list coconut oil, olive oil, rice bran oil, cocoa butter, aerosol oil, pomegranate oil, rosehip oil, pumpkin seed, mushroom, chickpea, lentil, cocoa mass, sesame seed, fragrance, preservatives, and other ingredients that are not listed. Now, I will say mushroom, you have to be tricky because a lot of people are allergic to mushrooms. So please be careful with that. Me, preferably, I don't like eating them, and I think they do cause a little bit of itch or irritation when I do eat them. Now, I would like to also address that there are some things that we want to be careful about mixing these items together. Like I said, cleanness, making sure you have a clean surface, gloves, clean utensils, new utensils if possible, a nice, clean, fresh container. I have plenty of containers of products that I use. This was an old ash control container. This is the one I'm going to use next, and I pretty much cleaned it and dried it and set it out for a very long time to make sure that it's going to be clean, and going to re-clean it before I use it. Another thing I'd like to address is that a lot of people have used and mixed the virgin fertilizer with a lot of the products, and a lot of people have actually used it alone. Now, I would like to say that based on the ingredients list, which I don't have one for myself, because, and this is why, that it pretty much has changed, or their ingredients appears to be similar, or if not identical, to Sulfur8. Now, they did make a few changes with the new formula, the new and improved, and which would make it even more identical to Sulfur8, or actually the Do-Grow triple medicated. And it's kind of like one and the same. So some may say, okay, that's just a little better because it's just like doubling the ingredients. But again, I would like to say as a warning, be careful and be wise, because these companies made their products separate. And I'm pretty sure their measurements and their chemists put in the ingredients in the way, in the form that yes, it still works, but it will be at least harmful to at least amount of people. So when we take that job upon ourselves to start mixing and playing with items and ingredients, we are at a high risk because we are uneducated, we're uninformed, we don't do research, and that's not what we went to school for. Most of us, that's not what we went to school for. So we have to be careful, like myself. It's okay to be a DIY queen or do things yourself, but please be careful and be wise in making your decisions when and what to do. Now, another thing we want to be careful about is cost. If you may or may not have noticed anything that we gravitate to, the natural community, it appears that the price goes up. For example, Jamaican black castor oil has increased at least by $2 in most stores. Even the Do-Grow, I remember going in the store and I want to say it was like just $5 and some change short of $5 or a little under, and it's now almost $6. These are things to be mindful, be careful about, because consumers are watching, and manufacturers and productions, they're paying attention to where we're spending our money, and of course, supply and demand. And with that being said, if there's a way to take advantage, they're going to do so. This is why I'm choosing personally to not even participate in the purchase of any future natural hair brands that I don't have to necessarily. Because again, they're high, they're expensive, and a lot of those things, when you look on the back, it pretty much is the same as some of the other things that we already had. It's just that all about what's new, what's popping, what's bright, what's pretty, what's pink, what's purple, what's glittery, you know, what's shimmering and shiny, what's going to catch our attention, and what's going to help us to gravitate towards those products. Prime example, I have here the hair honey pomade by Carol's Daughter. This is the trial size. This is $2.88. I believe the real size of about, because this is what, 2 ounces. The 4-6 ounce container, I believe, is $8 or $9. And this is a 4 ounce container that's about $6, called the Jamaican Black Castor or Hair Food, and they're pretty much one and the same. Also, I heard here is the U.S. beard company Beard Balm, and this has identical ingredients to this, particularly like almost the same, and this costs $3.99 for 8 ounces. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, Carol's Daughter ring bells in the natural hair community, so the price is higher, and they're going to make the money off you, whereas this literally costs $3, $4, $3.99, and you get 8 ounces with the same thing, same ingredients. I think the only difference between this one is what is it, a palm clay, something of that nature. That's like the only difference, and consistency is still there, is a lot, and you're pretty much getting the same thing. Just like this. Like I said, I just realized going in and trying to figure out which Do-Grow to get that they have this one, a triple strength, which is identical to this. This is 4 and some change for 4 ounces. This is 4 ounces as well, but it's $6. But again, this one is obviously more medicated than this one, and this one been on your shelf probably longer than this, but they're like one and the same. So please be careful. Spend your money wisely. Be smart, be kind, be respectful. God bless you guys. Take care.